year without uploading a video, which has to be because I can't take care of channels all at once. But because it's been a year, what have we been witnessing for the last year when it came to heavyweight boxing? Well, join me, guys, because our 4 heavyweight boxers have went on some unpeculiar things, even though there's only a couple of them that are more interesting than the other 2. And in hindsight, guys, with Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, Oleksandr Usyk, and AJ, there's nothing much you can say about them, other than sometimes, is it possible that retirement's just around the corner for these 4? We just have to find out. So with that being said, I think it's time to talk about them. First, let's talk about Tyson Fury. So since his win during October, it's been interesting enough. As we already reported enough, anything would be possible for him. So he decided to take on the guy that he was going to face in 2019 or something due to the drug test stuff. His name is Dillian Whyte. But since that time, since Dillian Whyte had his knockout loss and came back with that win against our Alexander friend, it goes to show you he was going to come back strong. The fight was interesting that May, and even though he had a good stance, good this or that, and making the fight even until he changed his stance to someone that was orthodox from southpaw, and when he did that, Tyson had it all the way. And he went to the 6th round with a hard punch knock, push, and that's all she wrote. The fight ended 6 rounds, and at that time, Tyson Fury has still stayed in retirement after this day. And since August, he's been out of the box rec ranks as we know it. And even though his WBC belt somewhat stripped, but to this day, we don't know because I do believe he's not going to come back. Let's talk about Oleksandr Usyk. Since his great win against Anthony Joshua, he came out of nowhere doing everything he can to prove boxing, and he did that. And ever since then, he went to press conferences and this and that, and they had that great standstill for both everyone else in Saudi Arabia a day ago and that was a pretty good moment. And then the win came on. And after he won that fight with the judges giving it split decision, yeah, crazy. And due to the interview that day, he actually did say that he would want to take on Tyson Fury. And if he won't, he's not going to fight no one. And to be honest, guys, can you blame him? And for Anthony Joshua, technically, let's talk about him because his career is different. And due to some interviews and the press and such saying that he was afraid, I am surprised that he held on. And guys, I am upset by a couple of these fights. And technically, I do find it weird. Because even though for 2 things. 1, I got to take this candy out. 2, anyone can understand when you see a boxing fight, you don't know if you're going to see a controversial decision or what. And even though Anthony Joshua went into that fight, even though due to some press and this or that, he's not going to win, he did put a good best out of it. And giving a little bit of a microphone and a good swear after the fight. And at that moment, I was surprised that he came back in the later rounds to win the fight. And I was upset because I thought Anthony Joshua was going to win that fight. Kind of upsetted me there. But guys, there is one fight that actually is more upsetting. And it doesn't have anything to do with this video, but I'm going to talk about it now sooner than later. And that is Filip Hrgovic and Zhou Zhang. Sorry for you Chinese people and Polish people and Finland people if you're watching this, because it does have to do with Robert Helenius and the Polish heavyweight boxers from Andrew Golado to Arthur Szpilka and Kalnacki. Because guys, with those boxers, there's no way that they'll ever become heavyweight champions. And after seeing that controversial decision of giving Filip Hrgovic the win, because I was shocked. I knew to myself that Filip was going to win the fight, but the way he won it was shocking. Getting knocked down the first round, having some blood into him, he put in some interesting rounds by Zhou. And I wish Zhou came out and decided to take those rounds on to finish with a bang, but he never did. And the time when he did staggered Filip, he wasn't going for the blow, and it still upsets me to this day, and I don't know why. The scorecards were even on, but I just don't understand why they did that. And any second now, China might already work with another country, and we might start a World War III if this happens again. And I don't want to upset Chinese people. I do respect them. I respect the Japanese. I respect any other country. I try my best. And there are some countries I don't respect, but I don't want to hurt their feelings. And there's sometimes of stuff, and it stinks. And that goes with Polish boxers, of how they've been so close and unlucky to not win a world heavyweight title. Deontay Wilder. Let's talk about him. What has he been doing? Retirement. Boom! He comes back. Now they want him to fight Derek Chisora. A day ago, someone said that he wants to have, or Luis Ortiz wants to have a trilogy fight, and technically Robert Helenius and Deontay Wilder are going to fight each other in October. Who's going to know that's going to be the good fight? And to be honest, I am talking gibberish, but I am excited. But to this day, who knows if Deontay Wilder is going to have a chance to hang on to that belt? Because even if he does win, I do believe he might have a couple years into him until 2023 because I just don't see the age. These boxers are in their 30s and 40s, and we need some valuable young kids in their 20s. Today, it's getting really hard in boxing. Who knows what's going to happen? And with Deontay being 36 and turning around until October at 37, he might retire until 2023, even if he picks up this win. We just have to find out and see for ourselves. And I do apologize for Zhilei Zhang. I really wanted him to win, even though I had a feeling Philip was going to win that fight. To this day, I still am upset about that, and I feel bad, and I apologize to the Chinese crowd for that horrible moment. It just goes to show you how stupid the world can get. And at the end of the day, I still believe for the rounds I fought. And to that day, picking every single round, I believe that Zhilei barely managed to win 7 rounds in that fight. Who knows? But still, guys, those are the 4 heavyweight boxers. And at the end of the day, just got to live with it. But hope you viewers enjoyed the video. Sorry it's been a long time, but who knows when I'll upload again. My name's the Fox Wolf, and this is Triple E.